Today, we're taking a trip down memory lane to uncover some old school frugal living tips that are still incredibly useful in today's economy. These time-tested tips have helped generations save money, live within their means, and thrive financially. So, get ready to embrace the wisdom of the past with these 30 frugal living tips for today's economy. Now, let's explore these 30 old school frugal living tips and discover how we can incorporate them into our lives today to save money and live more sustainably. Chapter 1, Frugal Tips for Saving on Household Expenses. Tip number 1, cook from scratch. In the past, people relied on homemade meals to save money. By cooking from scratch, you can control the ingredients, save on dining out expenses, and enjoy healthier meals. Next up, tip number 2, grow your own food. Many families used to have a small garden or grow vegetables in pots. By growing your own food, you can reduce grocery bills, enjoy fresh produce, and connect with nature. Moving on to tip number 3, preserve and can food. In the past, preserving and canning food was a common practice. By learning these techniques, you can extend the shelf life of seasonal produce, reduce food waste, and save money on store-bought, preserved foods. Tip number 4 is make your own cleaning products. Instead of buying expensive cleaning products, make your own using simple ingredients like vinegar, baking soda, and lemon. This not only saves money, but also reduces exposure to harmful chemicals. Next, we have tip number 5, embrace hand-me-downs. In the past, passing down clothing and household items was common. Embrace the tradition of hand-me-downs or consider thrift shopping to save money on clothing and reduce waste. Tip number 6 is repair instead of replacing. In the past, people repaired items instead of throwing them away. Before replacing something, consider if it can be repaired or repurposed. By extending the lifespan of your belongings, you save money and reduce landfill waste. Moving on to tip number 7, use less paper. In a digital age, we can minimize paper usage by going digital with bills, documents, and communication. This reduces expenses on paper products and helps save trees. Tip number 8 is conserve energy. In the past, people were mindful of their energy usage. Turn off lights when not in use, unplug electronics, and utilize natural light whenever possible. By conserving energy, you reduce utility bills and contribute to a greener environment. Next, we have tip number 9, practice water conservation. Implement water-saving habits like taking shorter showers, fixing leaks promptly, and using water-efficient appliances. By conserving water, you save money on water bills and preserve this precious resource. Tip number 10 is stay-home repairs. In the past, people took care of home repairs themselves, learned basic dye skills to fix minor issues, paint walls, or perform simple plumbing tasks. By tackling home repairs on your own, you save money on labor costs and gain valuable skills. Now, let's explore frugal tips for saving on transportation and travel. Chapter 2, Frugal Tips for Transportation and Travel. Tip number 11, opt for public transportation. Public transportation is a cost-effective and environmentally friendly alternative to owning a car. Utilize buses, trains, or subways whenever possible to save on fuel, parking, and maintenance expenses. Next up, tip number 12, carpool or share rides. Consider carpooling with colleagues or neighbors who have similar commutes. Sharing rides not only reduces transportation cost, but also reduces traffic congestion and lowers carbon emissions. Moving on to tip number 13, plan staycations. Instead of expensive vacations abroad, plan staycations where you explore local attractions, parks, or museums. It allows you to save money on travel expenses while still enjoying quality time with loved ones. Tip number 14 is pack your own snacks and drinks. Whether you're traveling by car or plane, packing your own snacks and drinks can save you a significant amount of money. It helps you avoid expensive airport or convenience store prices. Next, we have tip number 15, research and compare travel deals. Before booking accommodations or flights, spend time researching and comparing prices. Look for discounts, promo codes, or package deals to get the best value for your money. Tip number 16 is embrace slow travel. Slow travel allows you to explore a destination at a relaxed pace, immersing yourself in the local culture. It reduces transportation costs and gives you a deeper appreciation for the places you visit. Moving on to tip number 17, pack light. Traveling with fewer belongings saves you money on checked baggages and reduces the hassle of lugging around heavy suitcases. Pack only the essentials and enjoy the freedom of traveling light. Tip number 18 is use travel rewards and loyalty programs. Take advantage of travel rewards credit cards, frequent flyer programs, and hotel loyalty programs. Accumulate points or miles that can be redeemed for future travel expenses. Next, we have tip number 19. Explore free or low-cost activities. When traveling, seek out free attractions, local parks, or community events. This allows you to experience the destination without breaking the bank. Tip number 20 is immerse yourself in local cuisine. Instead of dining at expensive tourist restaurants, explore local markets, food stalls, or small eateries. You'll not only save money, but also savor authentic local flavors. Let's move on to frugal tips for saving on finances and personal expenses. Chapter 3, Frugal Tips for Finances and Personal Expenses. Tip number 21, create a budget and track expenses. Budgeting is the cornerstone of frugal living. Create a detailed budget that accounts for your income, expenses, and savings goals. Track your expenses diligently to identify areas where you can cut back and save. Next up, tip number 22, use cash or envelopes for budgeting. Using cash or envelopes for budgeting can help you visualize your spending. Allocate specific amounts to different categories and use cash or labeled envelopes to stay within your budgeted limits. Moving on to tip number 23, negotiate bills and services. Don't be afraid to negotiate bills or services. Contact your providers and ask for better rates or discounts. Loyalty doesn't always go unnoticed, and you may be able to secure better deals. Tip number 24 is prioritize saving. Highly effective savers prioritize saving for the future. Aim to save a percentage of your income consistently. Treat saving as an expense that deserves your attention and commitment. Next, we have tip number 25, avoid impulse buying. Before making a purchase, give yourself a cooling off period. Ask yourself if it's a necessity or an impulse. By avoiding impulsive purchases, you can save money and make more intentional buying decisions. Tip number 26 is shop secondhand. Embrace thrift stores, consignment shops, or online platforms for secondhand purchases. You'll find great deals on clothing, furniture, electronics, and more, while also reducing waste and promoting sustainability. Moving on to tip number 27, embrace DIY skills. Learn basic do-it-yourself skills for simple repairs, maintenance tasks, or home improvement projects. By tackling these tasks on your own, you save money on labor costs and gain a sense of accomplishment. Tip number 28 is utilize free resources and libraries. Public libraries offer an abundance of free resources, including books, movies, magazines, and educational programs. Take advantage of these offerings instead of purchasing or subscribing to costly entertainment. Next, we have tip number 29. Make use of coupons and discounts. Before making a purchase, search for coupons, discount codes, or promotional offers. There are plenty of websites and apps that can help you find the best deals and maximize your savings. Tip number 30 is practice contentment and gratitude. Cultivating a mindset of contentment and gratitude allows you to find joy in what you already have, appreciate the simple pleasures of life, and resist the urge to constantly chase material possessions. And there you have it, folks. 30 old-school frugal living tips that are as useful today as ever. By embracing these timeless strategies, we can save money, live more sustainably, and build a better financial future. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content on frugal living and personal finance.